The Omaha North Vikings captured their third Nebraska Class A state title under head coach Larry Martin in the last 5 years with an amazing 27-20 come-from-behind victory over the Kearney Bearcats. Martin's crew never gave up in their quest to reclaim the throne, battling back from a 28-14 deficit to beat Omaha Burke 29-28 in the state semifinals, and then were down 20-7 to Kearney before storming back.
Well, I thought last season, it was a great year for us. I thought we played with a lot of consistency. I thought we continued to get better. I thought we were forced to build some depth towards the end of our season. I thought we made some very good choices of sitting some kids so that we could get them healthy for the playoffs. I think sometimes coaches get too caught up on what seed that they're going to get as opposed to what type of shape that their team's going into the postseason play. So, I know we sat some kids towards the end of the season and we got them back and we were a lot healthier, but just a group of kids that I appreciated having, that kept fighting, didn't give up. Obviously we had multiple come from behind wins and stuff like that. So you just do that with a high level of trust and some intangibles of just, keep working hard and don't give up.
Class of 2019 running back Zander Gray scored the game-winning 17-yard touchdown against Kearney after senior Milton Sarbaugh left the game with a leg injury.
Well, when we first got the ball back, usually during the state game, like at that second half, I was starting the series off first, but then they said let Milton finish. He gets here, I was like, all right, he's gonna do his thing. Then he got down, and I was like, oh snap! And so had to get in. Just trusted my teammates, wasn't going down. I had to get it first down every time I did. And as soon as I was, like the last touchdown, as soon as I was running, I seen the red letters, so I just fell on the ground, and I was like, I know I'm in. I didn't even see my foot step over the line. I just seen the red letters and just fell down.
At 6'1", 240 pounds, Zander is catching the eyes of college coaches that are looking for a power back. South Dakota has already offered, plus Iowa, Purdue, and Ohio have been showing interest.
I'm happy, as a team, we won state, and individually, I made All-State this year, all Nebraska. So that was a big accomplishment, but overall, made my team better as well.
He does have very good feet. For a young man the size that he is, we just got to find out what weight is the best weight for him to be weighing at, that he's the most agile. Zander is physical. I think he wears on teams as the game continues to progress. And, just an outstanding young man with a tremendous work ethic. And like I said, I know he wears his opponents down. And obviously we had Milton last year too, but we've got some other good running backs in our program too that'll be able to take a little bit of the workload off him. But we're gonna let him go and watch him play and grow. But good vision, and obviously he can always get better on some things. Just a tremendously talented young man that we're fortunate to have in our football program.
Oh, the goal is to break multiple records and take state again, obviously, and making the team better, make everybody better individually. If they need help, I'll help them with it. Just be a nice veteran on the team.
In addition to Gray, Coach Martin returns big man Malachi Butler on the line. At 6'3", 328 pounds, lots of schools are liking what they see.
I talked to South Dakota State and Iowa. I talked to a lot of colleges, but South Dakota, I went to the junior day last Saturday. Okay. Yeah, last Saturday, I think. And it was pretty nice. I like their facility.
Mehki's a tremendously talented football player. I think that the sky is the limit with him. I'm looking for a really big year out of him next year. I think that as he's gained confidence with our schemes and knowing what he's going to do, just like any other young man, once he plays with a lot of confidence, you're right. We think he was as good, if not better, than anybody in the state of Nebraska last year on the offensive line. He is tremendously talented feet, very quick feet. He's got long arms to help him get that extension. Want him to just keep working on his weight. I know that kids like him have certain body types and stuff like that can get up there a little bit, and then obviously that'll slow him down a little bit. But He's just a great young man, tremendous work ethic, loves playing the game. And I'm looking for him to take a big step between his junior. I mean, I thought he at times was very dominant this year. And our football team, he was one of the young men that I was talking to you about earlier that we sat out because he was dinged up a little bit towards the end of the year. And then we got him healthy, and we all saw what he was able to do once we got him healthy in the playoffs. So, but same deal with him. We got to have another good semester in the classroom, and then get after that ACT and have fun with that.
And finally, Malachi O'Neal will help anchor the Vikings defense once again next season.
I love outside linebacker because I like playing on the line. I like blitzing, but I also like playing back in coverage because I like getting picks, and also like hitting people on screens. Because the only reason I went back to defense because I like hitting people, so I just kind of like wanted to stay on defense and do what I got to do and get the ball back for offense so offense can take over.
Malachi is a kid that we've played him at outside linebacker last year. We're not for sure he's a very good outside linebacker, but we made, just because of our personnel, take a look at moving him to safety. The thing I appreciate about Malachi the most is he's a very intelligent player. Our players believe in him. He makes sure that everybody's lined up right. I remember in the semifinals, Carney did a great job of getting in a two receiver set, motioning across and running sweep back against the motion. And one of the outside linebackers that we had went underneath the block. And then we subbed and put Malachi in. He went to the outside. Our safety filled the L, and we stopped him. They had to kick a field goal. We all know what happened, but just headsy plays like that. But he's also physical, and he can tackle. But he's a good leader on our football team. And we also look forward to, enhancing him and seeing what his best avenue is.
Like last year, I was a vocal leader on defense, but this year, I'm gonna be a senior, and it's not gonna be any returning starters. So I'm gonna have to step up my game, vocally, physically, and yeah. So I just step up my game vocally, on talking to my teammates, making sure my teammates know what they're doing, make sure if they have any questions, let me know so I can talk to coach, just being a leader. So that's it.
The defending state champs will once again be a force to be reckoned with. Reporting from Omaha North High School for HuskerOnline.com, I'm Greg Peterson.